stupid. We are live from East Lansing, Michigan, as this is Sunday afternoon CSBA hoops. I'd like to say prime time, but it's not prime time. It's Sunday afternoon. Coming in, the number one ranked Ohio State Buckeyes going to take on Michigan State Spartans right here in East Lansing, and joining me in the booth, my main man from the East Coast. What is up, Mitch?
Yo, what's good, CSBA? I'm ready for some Sunday basketball. I can feel the excitement here. Can't wait to announce with you for the first time. Let's get it.
Yeah, let's get it is right. If you guys are just joining us, make sure you grab a cup of coffee or Red Bull, something to give you some power here. I know I got my big cup of coffee ready to go, and we are ready to get underway here as we're going to take a second here. I think they're going to flash us up the starting lineups, and we will be ready for tip-off here. This Sunday matinee game. We look at the starting lineups. Connor Holbrook from Michigan State, starting at the center position. We don't usually get the luxury of this, Mitch. Power forward Vladimir Kramavicius. Vasilius Coffin starting at the small forward for MSU. This is a big game for Michigan State, Mitch.
Yeah, Vasilius Coffin coming off a 20-point game. He stepped up big. And then Nicholas Williams, another big guy for the Spartans this season.
I have a feeling he's going to be featured a lot today. Matt Phillips also starting. Matt Phillips, the shooting guard, starting at the point guard spot. So that is an interesting strategy here coming into this game here, Mitch.
Yeah, looks like they're going with height down low. Nicholas Williams, the shooting guard, they're just having their...
Well, Phillips is starting at point guard, so yeah. I think they're going for the size mismatch at the point guard to try to lock up with Sky Bolt, try to maybe slow him down a bit.
Yeah, it's a smart move.
So we get a chance to look at the starting lineups. Anything there else to jump out? Any other matchups that you're going to look for here that jump off the page for you?
A big thing that jumps out to me is Joey Cass not starting.
Yeah,
that's been big for Ohio State. Coming off a 19-point game, Cass's ability to stretch the floor and shoot well makes him a huge contributor to this team. So it looks like Ohio State's trying to get a spark coming off the bench.
I love it. Look at you. You are Mr. Prepared. I didn't even know any of that information. So I call so much stuff I don't have a lot of times to look at the stats. So I appreciate you doing some homework there on the stats.
Yeah, of course.
Michigan State already starting off the wrong way, but instead Vasilius Coffin still drills the three with the shot clock winding down. I was going to say, this doesn't look good. They're already down to 3 seconds on the shot clock on the first possession.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that can turn a bad situation and still end up scoring. He's been good for this Michigan State team early on. Great defense there by Michigan State. You know, Ohio State is a team that has a lot of size down low. Michigan State needs to stop this Ohio State team down low if they want to pull out the upset.
Nice backdoor pass to find Vasilius Coffin, puts it up, MSU up by 5 now. These guys are saying you're the broadcaster of the season, Mitch. Look out. Bolt going to get a screen from Julius Jordan. Now pulls it back outside. They're going to try to feed it down low. And Klimavicius picks it off. And here comes Michigan State the other way. They've got numbers 3-on-2. Pull-up jumper, no good. Phillips, though, using that height against Sky Bolt, gets the rebound. So second chance opportunity for Michigan State. Nicholas Williams a little bit of an ISO play here. Kicks it over to Phillips. Shot clock winding down. Phillips drives. Pulls up jumper. That's good. Matt Phillips.
Ohio State has done a good job on defense, forcing Michigan State into tough shots, but Michigan State's done a good job able to converting those tough shots.
Yeah, Coach Big Dog going to call timeout as the Spartans coming out hot to start this game, up 7-0. Good start for Michigan State on their home court.
Yeah, everything's gone their way to start off the game. If Michigan State can stop Ohio State down low, Ohio State has to find some other guys that they can get to. Dime Hardaway Jr. is a guy who's been big for this team, averaging 10.2 points per game, but I believe he's not starting. So Sky Bolt is a guy who's also been good. So I expect them to get it to Sky Bolt more.
So Bolt drove and kicked that out to Kardashian. Now Nick Williams on the other side. Too strong as the ball corrals off the backboard. Now out to Sky Bolt. Bolt with Williams on it. Tries to go in, and Williams says, no, sir. So again, Michigan State's defense looking good early on here against Ohio State. Williams going to get a screen and instead drives right by it. Down in the low post, tries to go up off the glass. Nick Williams with a tough hoop inside there, Mitch.
Mouse in the house.
I love it. That is a pull. 9-2 MSU up. Bolt gets it inside of Jordan. Jordan, tough shot off the glass. Good defense by Clyde Vicious. And right now, Sparty doing everything right defensively.
Yeah, I mean, they've done a good job locking up Ohio State. Ohio State's trying to keep on getting it inside, but Michigan State has done a good job of protecting this paint.
Good movement by Sparty. Williams looks to drive. Little spin, shake, and bake move, too strong. Can't get that to go. Julius Jordan up with the rebound. Quick outlet pass. They get it to Carl Patrick. Patrick assesses the situation, waits for the rest of his Ohio State Buckeye teammates to come up the court. And then Matt Phillips strips him. He's got numbers the other way. Phillips going to take it easy right to the basket. Defense turned into offense here for Michigan State.
Yeah, that's what Michigan State wants.
So a phenomenal start against this number 1 ranked Ohio State Buckeye team. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out as it goes along. But right now, MSU getting it done. Bolt go backdoor alley-oop to Olden Gray, gets it in.
Great cut there from Gray, and Bolt able to find the open man.
And there's Ohio State. I was going to say, Mitch, there's no panic right now in Ohio State. They're despite the fact that they're down by 7, there's no panic.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Gray. And I apologize for cutting you off there. I thought it was important to point out right now. They don't look panicked. Yeah. Golden Gray with another take, so back-to-back buckets for Ohio State.
Yeah, despite Michigan State having good interior defense, Ohio State is looking to keep on getting it inside. No panic for them, as you said.
Well, another ISO play and a finger roll, no good as Kardashian up with the rebound. He gets it out to Bolt. Bolt looks to push, gets it out to Julius Jordan. This is where Ohio State is so dangerous in transition. Good strip by Phillips. Another defensive play by Michigan State. Gets it out to Nick Williams. Goes right at the rim and finishes. And Ohio State going to take another timeout here, Mitch.
Yeah, despite Matt Phillips only being 6'5", he's done a good job of locking down Jordan in the paint, who's 6'11". Big size up mismatch, but Phillips has done a good job of stopping him.
So substitutions by both teams as most of the starters come in the game. Hardaway. Queen Hardaway's such a tough player. Looks to go inside, and Lingham strips Hardaway as there seems to be an emphasis on defense for Michigan State, and MSU able to capitalize once again and transition off the defensive stop.
Yeah, there's Cawthon again, up to 7 points.
Active hands, certainly a big part of this 15-6 lead right now by Michigan State. Queen Hardaway slips inside. Easy pickings for Hardaway. He's so slithery inside.
Yeah, Ohio State has a lot of weapons going off the bench. You have Hardaway and you have Cass.
Yeah, this to me is their starting lineup. If I had to, if I had to say it, but I'm not sure what Coach Big Dog was thinking when he came into this game. Maybe he was just trying to take it easy on Michigan State, but obviously a big game for Sparty. And Cawthon going to go to the line and try to get an N1 opportunity here and complete it, make it a 10-point lead.
And now Cawthon already has 10 points for this Michigan State team.
Love going to bring up the ball. Cass Now over to Hardaway Jr. Hardaway Jr. over to Love. They run an off-ball screen and good defense by Sparty to stay with him. Now they got to go down slow with the Cass. Cass going to get it into Hardaway. The other Hardaway, baseline jumper, no good. Lingham up with the rebound as Michigan State did a good job holding Ohio State to the full 24-second shot clock there. Coffin getting extra minutes, playing almost the entire first quarter, looking really strong here. Gets it over to Weary. 10 on the shot clock. Michigan State going to run another play here. Looks like an off-ball screen potentially to Coffin. They don't give it to him, and they're going to get an offensive 3-second violation. So turnover, Michigan State, their first mental error of the game.
Yeah, those add up for Michigan State. It can cost them.
So Coffin playing the whole first quarter so far here. That could affect Michigan State's rotation later on. Queen Hardaway, that's good. If I'm Sparty here, you got to get a timeout, get him out of the game.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I know he's playing well, but he's Coffin gets blocked in the inside by Queen Hardaway. I said I think he's getting a little extended here. And Cass, this is why this bench unit is going to be so difficult to contend with. This is most teams' starters.
Cass with a huge slam there.
Williams looks to drive, going back and forth. Kicks it back out to Coffin. Coffin to Weary. Good find from Coffin to Weary. Bang! That's a big three by Weary.
You know, Michigan State is a team that has struggled lately, but this is a big game if they can pull out the upset against Ohio State to turn things around.
Yeah, this could affect the standings, too, if Michigan State was able to pull out. This coming in unranked. Hardaway looking to get a little pick and roll action. Now they switch. Queen Hardaway drives, pull up jumper, no good, and Lingham comes up with the rebound. 17.5 on the clock. Here's an opportunity for Spartans to cash in, to go inside the Coffin. Coffin back out to Weary. They're going to utilize the clock and get the last shot here, it looks like. Instead of Lingham sets a screen. Shot clock winding down and getting all sorts of room. He fires up for three to end the quarter. Can't get it to go too strong. Michigan State up 21-12 in a shocking first quarter here in East Lansing. Stick around. You're watching the CSB on Twitch. We'll be back. A lot of good games on the slate today. If you're just joining us, coming up after this game, number 9 versus number 6, Illinois Fighting Illini taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes, and then at 1:30, Alabama taking on number 20. Alabama taking on the Tennessee Vols, number 11. So it'll be interesting to see those games as well. There's a lot of good games on the slate here for Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, I expect all these games to be close.
And a mental error there by Harlem as he commits the off-ball screen foul. Legal screen moving there, so turnover Ohio State, and just things not going the Buckeyes' way here early on.
Yeah.
Certainly not the way they wanted to start off the second quarter, giving the ball right back to Michigan State.
Yeah, definitely. Ohio State has been a team that's gotten their bigs heavily involved throughout the entire season, but they're not doing that early on.
Williams going to kick it out to Weary. Going to get a screen by Lingham. Step back three from Weary. No good. Schwinghammer, though, there for the offensive board against a tough Joey Cass. Something you don't see Cass get beaten too much or too often on the offensive boards.
Yeah, that's one of Ohio State's strengths is rebounding. Can't let Michigan State get a second chance opportunity like that.
So, I mean, you look at the shooting percentages right now. Ohio State shooting 58%, but the turnovers is what's killed them. And it's giving Michigan State the opportunity here. Good defense by Queen Hardaway again. I think that's his second block of the game. Quick outlet pass to Dime Hardaway. Pull up jumper in transition. No good, but Queen Hardaway there to clean it up.
Somebody clipped that with a monster slam. Off of last man defense, Ohio State is a team with one of the top interior defense, getting 10 blocks last week and having 6 guys on their team averaging over a block a game.
Lingham not able to capitalize on the alley-oop, but gets his own rebound and puts it back despite Queen Hardaway's defensive efforts. Hardaway looks to drive, hands it off to Cass. Cass double clutches, can't get it to go, but Queen fouls it up with a dunk. That's a nice play there by Queen. Off the miss.
Yeah, these past 2 possessions, Ohio State hasn't gotten it together the first time around, but they're getting second chance opportunities and converting. Michigan State wants to stay with this lead. They can't let Ohio State do that.
Yeah, they got to minimize the damage as much as they can. Like I said, this bench unit, and Lingham gets the offensive board. Tough shot there. Second opportunity, no good. Queen was leaning on him a little bit, but for Michigan State, they got to weather the bench storm because this is Ohio State's bread and butter right here on the court.
Yeah, definitely. And Ohio State slowly creeping back. Just a 5-point game now, forcing Michigan State to call a timeout.
Yeah, good timeout here. Get those starters back on the court. Probably won't see Coffin for a little bit just because of how much extended minutes he got in the first quarter, but good timeout here by Michigan State.
Yeah, a huge advantage for Ohio State is they have a very deep bench. I expect that to be one of the deciding factors of this game.
Phillips over to Alexander, back over to Phillips. Starters back in the game for Michigan State. Phillips going to spot up for 3. Bang! Michigan State is getting those big buckets and those right after they go through a little bit of a run of not being able to get anything in. So good opportunity there. And tough miss by Queen as that toilet bowls rolls in and out. Michigan State with numbers. Spot up corner 3. No good as Kardashian comes down with the rebound. Pace starting to pick up here a little bit, Mitch.
Yeah, and Hardaway with another alley-oop slam.
Queen Hardaway.
He's at 8 already.
Yeah, Queen Hardaway is a highlight machine. It's back to 6 now. Phillips. No look pass inside of Klimavicius. Gets forced out by Queen Hardaway. Really trying to work over the interior. Seals the defender. A little baby skyhook as Klimavicius hits his first shot of the game. Hardaway getting some extended minutes here. Pass inside to Gray. Good find by Bolt. As he kind of dished that off right at the basket.
Like how so far the second quarter, Ohio State has stepped up their offense in a huge way. They're able to get it down low, which they weren't able to do in the first quarter.
Good find from Phillips to find a wide open Alexander as he knocks down that 10-footer. 32-24. Pass inside and Hardaway again is Queen Hardaway just having a monster game right now.
Yeah, that's the guy that Ohio State wants to get it to.
Pull-up jumper, no good. Here comes Bolt the other way. Bolt out to Patrick. Hardaway was wide open for a minute there. They didn't find him. Now Bolt. Mismatch there. Bolt drives to the rim, up off the glass. A good, tough bucket by Sky Bolt. This is where Michigan State needs to buckle down. They're absolutely missing Vasilius Coffin right now.
Yeah, that's a coaching mistake. You can't let Coffin play that much in the first quarter because it's going to haunt them in the second quarter as Ohio State's been able to get back into this game. And Hardaway again with a huge slam. He's up to 12 points.
Cuts it to 2 now, 32-30. But a good game from Michigan State. Came out hot. I don't say they haven't looked terrible here. They just, obviously with Coffin. Ooh, tough miss there from Williams. Without Coffin in the game, who's now sitting waiting to check in. Certainly not helping us. They double Queen. No good, no look pass. Patrick, count of the 1. No. Nicholas Williams commits the foul. Put Patrick to the line to shoot 2.
Great ball movement by Ohio State there. Getting doubled. Able to 2 passes, find the open man inside. And now with another foul shot, they have a chance to tie this game.
Hardaway, what a great performance so far from him, and he'll go to the bench to take a breather. Backdoor cut, Coffin, just like that. Coffin, energized off the bench, comes in and ends the drought. He's got 10. What's up, Gordon?
Yeah. Has had a huge game. right off the bench.
Pass inside to Jordan. Klimavicius up on him. Kicks it out to Kanye Kardashian. Can't get that to go. Coffin up with the rebound. Here comes Michigan State the other way. They do not have numbers here, so Coffin would be wise not to force the issue. Gets over Klimavicius to Holbrook. Holbrook back over to Coffin. Coffin now over to Phillips. Wide open for three. A little too far, I think, out of his range there as he hits that off the front rim.
Yeah, there's nobody around him. I felt like he should have gotten closer to a better opportunity.
Good defense by Michigan State, forcing Gray to the miss there. Coffin going to reset. Now brings it up. Rebounding game has been pretty even here, Mitch, which I know you talked about. That's Ohio State's bread and butter. They're actually Michigan State playing even with them right now, so see how that plays out.
Yeah, that's been one of the factors that's kept Michigan State into this game.
Vladimir Klimavicius going to get called for the loose ball foul, so a turnover for Michigan State is Ohio State going to get the rest of their starters back in this game with 1:18 to play here. Sorry to hear that, Kay. Just kidding. 34 pieces. Ohio State has come roaring back after being down big. Chance here for Sparty to maybe push that lead back up again. They're going to go down ISO play here with Coffin. Coffin, backdoor alley. What a play to Lingham. He looked like he was going to shoot a fadeaway jump shot. Lingham, last second, drove to the basket. That's a clippable clip right there.
Yeah, it's a very smart move by Coffin. This entire game, he's been a huge contributor for Michigan State to stay in this game.
Hardaway going to find Cass. Cass challenged at the rim. Can't get it to go. Julius Jordan put back. No, he can't get that to go. So here's a chance for Sparty with about a 3-second differential between game and shot clock. I think that was a little bit of a force there. Now Ohio State can capitalize and hold for the last shot here. Either tie it up or go ahead at half. Michigan State trying to deny. They do as Schwinghammer comes up with the steal. An opportunity for Sparty in the last waiting seconds of the half and hits it. DeAndre Williams drills and puts it out to a 4-point lead with 2.9 to go. See if Queen fires it up. He does. Half court. Oh, rattled in and out. So at the end of one half, 38-34. Sparty on top. Would have been a phenomenal first half. Mitch going to break us down here at halftime. Hang on, Csba on Twitch. All right, Mr. Mitch, give me the breakdown. What do we see in that first half? What do we expect to see in the second?
The first half for Michigan State's been the story of Coffin. He's been a guy who's done everything for this Michigan State team. I would be interested to see what his plus and minus is at the end of the game. For Ohio State, they have a team who has a very deep bench, which gives them a huge advantage. Ohio State, one of the 4 undefeated teams, they're looking to keep that streak alive. I've liked the second quarter how Ohio State has been able to bounce back. They've been able to get it inside. But I like Michigan State's defensive aggression here. They have gotten 4 steals already, and they've been able to convert their defense to offense, which has kept this another big factor that has kept Michigan State into this game.
Yeah, I mean, 4 steals, big reason why Sparty's up. See how that plays out in the second half. We'll take a look at the leading scorer. My guess is going to be Queen Hardaway, but it could be Coffin. I don't know where those guys kind of netted out. I think it's Hardaway, though. I mean, they're going to go to Vasilius. Okay, so Vasilius Coffin leading all scorers, and probably because Michigan State is leading, they're going to feature him. They both had 12, but Coffin with 12 points. Good job by him in that first half. So Michigan State definitely balling out here. Jordan going to bring it up. Klimavicius going to extend the defense here. Jordan has the speed, drives. Good play by Nicholas Williams to help out defense, but he gets called for the foul. So Jordan to the line for 2. Ooh, a rare miss for Jordan as the free throw clangs off the backboard.
Yeah, Jordan shooting 85.7% from the free throw line this season. That's that miss doesn't happen often. Another thing about Jordan is I've noticed he's been quite quiet tonight. He hasn't put up many points. He's a guy that if Ohio State wants to win, he has to step it up in the second half.
Holbrook, who haven't really heard much from him, now going to get back over to Phillips. Phillips drives, pull-up jumper from the free throw line, too strong as Kardashian up with the rebound. And a good ball move for Ohio State to try to force the tempo here a little bit, and they're going to do that. They're going to go over to Jordan. Jordan could have been called for steps. The refs don't call it, but Jordan puts that in and cuts the lead to 2.
Great ball move there by Ohio State, and Jordan answers my call.
Williams now over Klimovicius, back out to Coffin. Klimovicius gets pushed back out of the paint. Good defense by Jordan. Backdoor pass to Coffin. Coffin off the glass, and good find as Vasilius Coffin has been the man today for Michigan State.
Yeah, he has. He's continued his success from last game, coming off a 20-point game.
Younger brother of Mateo Coffin. Solid basketball lineage in that family. Nice back down play by Jordan as he has a size mismatch against Vasilius. Coffin now over to Holbrook. Now over to Coffin. Coffin out to Williams for 2. Drano.
Muse has a question for you. How much does home court advantage play into a game in your opinion?
No freaking clue. No clue at all. I mean, listen, we play those March Madness games, and those games are technically at the home court or whatever those teams are, but those courts are so I don't know. I really don't know, honestly, know that answer. Nice transitional bucket there by Nick Williams. We've seen away teams crush home teams, so, I mean, I honestly don't know. There's got to be some sort of factor into it, but I don't think there's a huge factor.
Yeah, I think it might matter more in free throws because of the loudness.
I don't know. Nicholas Williams, nice backdoor cut, and the starting unit has done a really nice job for Sparty here. I truly think that is the reason why the Spartans are in this game. Is Skybo pull-up jumper as good as he got right by his defender. But both these teams shooting lights out, over 50% for both of them. But the starting unit, I was going to say here, has done a really nice job. Good find Nicholas Williams as they continue to expose Carl Patrick.
Yeah, I really like the rotations Michigan State has been using in the starting unit. They've been a good job of stopping this entire Ohio State offense.
Nice take by Jordan there, up off the glass and good. I mean, the way the rotation, I mean, if Michigan State wants to weather the storm here and pull out the W, they got to make sure that, and it seems right now the starting unit is doing a little bit better job than the bench. They got to build out big leads so that when that bench, and there's again, Nicholas Williams again throws that down. But you've got to keep building this big lead, and Bolt going to go inside for an easy 2, but got to continue to build a big lead here so that when that bench unit comes in, the likes of Kardashian and Cass, they just pack such a punch. You want to have as big as a lead as possible.
Yeah, definitely. For Michigan State, Nicholas Williams has been a guy who stepped up big in the second half. In the first half, it was Cawthon. Now it's Williams in the second half.
Phillips for 3. Bang! Matty Phillips. Timeout on the court. This unit for Sparty has done a really, really nice job between Cawthon, Phillips, and Williams. It's been impressive here. Here comes the bench for Ohio State, which in my opinion is their starters. So at least a fraction of them anyway. Gonna go down low to Cass. Cass no look past the Kardashian, and that's the other matchup the other way is Hardaway on Lingham. Lingham's been equal to the task once or twice in this game with a block shot, but Hardaway has just been a freight train in this one.
Yeah, he's a tough guy to stop.
Alexander for 3 from no good there as Harlem up with the rebound. Here's Ohio State in transition is going to find Dime back back door and would have gotten the shot. Instead gets fouled. The ball does not get to the basket. Is Lingham with the block there. He doesn't like the call, but dime to the line for 2.
Yeah, what I've noticed for Michigan State is they've done a good job of converting on tough fadeaway threes. I've noticed they've gotten a handload of those contested fadeaway threes early on.
Free throw up and good. Three-pointer no good as Dime up with the rebound. Chance here for Ohio State to cut into lead. Harlem not being challenged, decides to pull up for a 3 and drills it. Bang, cuts it to 1. And again, we talked about this bench unit being so good for Ohio State. They're the ones that are doing the major damage here. Now cut the lead to 1. Wouldn't be surprised if Ohio State takes the lead off of this unit. Good backdoor alley-oop to Schwinghammer, who taps that in up off the glass.
Yeah, if you're Michigan State here, you want to stay in this lead. I don't think Ohio State has had the lead once in this game. Can't let Ohio State get momentum.
Cass looking to go ISO down low. Spin, baseline jumper. Too strong. Joey Cass, rare miss. Weary. They had the backdoor cutter. They don't go to him now. Weary forced to pick up his dribble. Gets it over to Williams. Williams now over to Alexander. Set a screen and pour one into that. 5 on the shot clock here now. Schwinghammer to Weary. Weary in the corner to Williams. Baseline jumper. That's good for 2. So back to a 5-point game. Michigan State's coming up with those big shots when they go into that little bit of a drought. And another turnover as Lingham picks the pocket of Hardaway. Alexander drives, gets blocked from Cass, and Michigan State can retain possession here. But I think that's the 5th steal in this game, Mitch.
Yeah, it is. Michigan State's been very aggressive, and it's paid off for them early on.
So 57-52. Lingham was wide open. They could have given it to him for a backdoor easy layup or a dunk. They missed that opportunity there. And then Dime Hardaway comes up with a steal of his own. Ohio State's got numbers. They're going to go in uncontested as Dime lays it in. Cuts it to 3. One of the rare turnovers we've seen from Michigan State in this game is they've done a good job of limiting those. 10 on the shot clock. Weary going to find Schwinghammer backdoor for an easy 2 as poor Joey Cash was picked off. Both these teams shooting lights out here, though, in the second half. Over 70% for both these teams.
Yeah, I've really liked each of these teams' offense. They've done a good job of cutting and creating a lot of space, and each team has had very good ball movement as well.
Yeah, people forget about Joey Cass's range. A lot of times, a lot of Cass's points come from the interior, but a great 15-footer jump shot there as he nails that. Now over to Williams. Williams to Schwinghammer. They had somebody down low. Instead, he decides the 3. They can't hit the 3 there, so a chance here for the Buckeyes. Cass going to get it over to Hardaway. Hardaway to Hardaway. Say that 10 times fast. Hardaway to Hardaway, Hardaway, Hardaway. So they're going to hold for 1 here as Queen forced well out to the Spartans line there, and then the double comes again. Michigan State being smart here. Great defensive play. They hold Ohio State with a block there as they force the shot clock violation. What a phenomenal defensive play by Michigan State here. So they're going to go into this third quarter with the lead. We're going to fire it up. No good. And at the end of 3, 59-56. What a game we've had here so far. Stick around. Fourth quarter coming your way. Yeah, get those 4s up in stream chat. 25 in the stream. Appreciate all you guys checking us out Sunday Hoops CSBA style. We're back. All right, let's take a look at the State Farm assist of the game. See who they give it to. There's been a lot of backdoor alley-oops, so we'll see who it goes to. Oh, this was the Cotham one. Yeah, that was a nice one, where it looked like Cotham was going to shoot. They double-teamed him and hit the man backdoor. So that's actually a 10 in my book. That was actually probably one of the best assists in a while that I've seen.
Yeah, definitely. If Ohio State wants to win, it has to come down to their starters can step up, because Ohio State's bench has been what's kept them in this game.
Yep, without a doubt. Foul there as a big body contact by Queen. Hardaway, Justice Love going to go to... This means by Justice Love, rather. Stringhammer going to go to the line and shoot 2. King Maximus makes a really good point. This is a gut check moment for Ohio State when the bounces actually don't go your way. This is where championships are made, right? We talk about the championship pedigrees of a number 1 ranked team coming into a game. Obviously, I expect to see the bench unit to get a little bit of extended minutes here in the 4th, possibly. But they're the reason why Ohio State's been in this game, because the starters have struggled a little bit. I'm not saying they struggled, they just haven't played as good as the bench unit.
Yeah.
They've been held in check to somewhat by the starters of Michigan State. Hardaway drives, kicks it out to Cass. Cass going to shoot the 3. Bang! That's a big 3 from Joey Cass. I said he's got the range. Most of his time, his game is played on the interior, but he has the range to drill those deep shots. So, not surprising to see Cass drop it down. You just don't see it that often.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Makes it tough for Michigan State, because Ohio State's a team that likes to get it inside, but on the same time, their centers can make it from deep as well.
Justice Love, there it is. There's Ohio State's first lead of the game, 61-60, coming here in the 4th quarter. Smartly, Michigan State going to say, well, we're not going to let that go any further. We're going to call a timeout and get our starters back in this game with 6:52 to go.
Yeah, that's the time when you want your first lead if you're if you're Ohio State in the 4th quarter when it matters.
Starters back in this ball game for both these squads. It'll be interesting to see here as Ohio State matches. Phillips going to get an easy 2 as he beats Skybolt. So this will be interesting to see. Right now, the bench unit for Ohio State goes to the bench. The starters back in the game for Ohio State. So the question will we see any of those bench players in the waning moments of this game? As Skybolt takes it to Phillips, throws it down, and regains lead. The one thing, Mitch, with the matchup that Michigan State went with the height advantage over Skybolt. Skybolt's got a little bit more speed than Phillips, so in that particular moment, Phillips was able to utilize his speed. Nick Williams for 2, that's good.
This game going back and forth looks like it's going to come down to the wire. As you can see, Williams with 16 points. Most of those points have come from in the second half. He stepped up big for this Michigan State team.
Skybolt's starting to heat up now, too, as they've gone to him a couple times. He's been able to utilize his speed against Phillips. Back-to-back dunks from him. Phillips to Klimovicius. Rare 3 from Klimovicius. Ooh, that would have been huge if he knocked that down. Instead, here comes Ohio State looking to extend further on their lead. They're going to find Julius Jordan for 2. 3-point lead, biggest lead of the game for Ohio State. And if you're Michigan State, got to get back to what got you here, and that is not what got you there. As Olden Gray comes away with the steal. He's got 2 Sparty defenders. A great back defensive play there by Vasilis Coffin, not giving up on the play. Big rejection. Jordan going to fire it across to Patrick. Kardashian going to set a screen. They switch. So now Coffin on Kardashian. Forces him to a baseline jump into Kanye Kardashian. As Ohio State has gone on a 13-4 run here in the last 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, Ohio State has stepped up when it matters in the 4th quarter. As King Maximus said earlier, got to find ways when the ball doesn't bounce your way. And that's what they did in the 4th quarter.
They've shot the ball well. They just, unfortunately, New Michigan State has been able to knock down their shots, but unfortunately going cold here when it counts. Jordan outside the Gray. Gray can't hit there, so good. A little bit of a dodged bullet there, as that three would have been a big three. You don't want to let this game get away from you after Michigan State has played so well. Nice hand side. Nice play by Phillips. Was going to get blocked, laid it off to Climbing Michigan. That is the great thing that we've seen from the Spartans here, Mitch, is they're making high IQ plays. Phillips knew he was going to get rejected there, and he laid it off right into the hands of Climbing Vicious for 2.
Yeah, definitely. They're keeping Ohio State's defense on their toes.
Jordan gets blocked. Good defense by Holbrook on the second chance attempt there. So this is what the Spartans have done so well. And Kanye Kardashian gives it right back to Climbing Vicious the other way. Intensity picking up here. Nice defensive play there in the interior by Cawthon as he comes up with a big block of his own. So back 3 blocks in a row here, Mitch. Defense starting to step up here when it counts.
Yeah, definitely.
Nick Williams for 3, bang! Tie score, 69 apiece.
Big play from Williams there. Just a freshman. He stepped up big this game. It's a very tough team.
This has been a phenomenal game. Spartans looking really, really strong. Mismatch up high. They switch back. Get the right defenders on the right players, so everybody guarding who they're supposed to guard. Cawthon went for the steal there. Almost got toasted. Luckily, they missed the shot. Otherwise, that would have been an easy pickings for Ohio State. Nick Williams now draws a double team, finds it inside to Holbrook. Michigan State has recognized the double team every time it's come in this game from Ohio State and have eaten them alive with the perfect passes underneath. Back to a 2-point lead now for Michigan State. Ohio State going to call a timeout. This has been a fun game, Mitch.
Yeah, it has been. You can feel all the fans yelling and cheering, all the excitement in this arena. It's been a very good game. Come down to the final seconds.
So 71-69, 2:28 to go. 2-point ball game. MSU playing phenomenal right now. Solid game plan coming in from Matty P against this #1 Ohio State Buckeyes team, which has been so good all season. So we'll see. Yeah, I'd say that's a really good point, Kay. Coming up next, Illinois at Iowa, and then after that, Tennessee going to take on Alabama in Tennessee. So a lot of good games coming up after this one. If you're really enjoying this one, stick around for those, because this is CSBA Sunday afternoon hoops. It's been electric so far. Nicholas Williams is going to get the Jordan Player of the Game. Well deserved too. Williams has just been eating the entire game.
Thank you, King Maximus, for cheering 100 bits.
Yeah, I appreciate that, buddy. I didn't see that come in there. Thank you. All right, here we go. 2:28 to go. Bolt. Looks like the start is still out there for Ohio State. Phillips trying to stay all. Bolt kicks out to Kardashian. Too strong. Climbing Vicious tips it to himself and comes down with the rebound despite the secondary efforts there by Gray to try to pull that down. Now Phillips with Gray on him.
Ohio State's been struggling on offense these past few minutes. Michigan State has stepped it up.
Tough miss there from Phillips. Bolt with Cawthon on him, so they've switched now. Phillips is on Gray, Cawthon on Bolt, so see how that plays out. Gray now. Gray over to Phillips. Phillips over to Kardashian. Kardashian gets blocked by Holbrook again. Sorry, again, Matty. I'm Mitch, brother. I saw Matt Phillips took the ball. I said Matty, sorry.
Good. If you're Ohio State here, do you want to put some of your bench players that are generally starters back in? That's the question.
Yeah, I think it looked like Cass or somebody was ready to check in on Kardashian. That's not Kardashian, Hardaway. Good pass to find Kardashian underneath, cuts it back to 2. Yeah, Cass ready to check in, so we're going to get to see Joey Cass with this unit. I wonder if he takes out Patrick, because that, to me, that's the guy that I would probably pull there, as Williams has just been eating. And that would be a smart move if I was Maximus. Skybolt with the rejection, though. Climbing Vicious with the... That's blocked by Bolt again, so back-to-back rejections from Bolt. Great crossover move off the glass. Tie score, 73-73 with a minute to go. And if I'm Michigan State, I do not let there be any whistles here. Do not call a timeout. You do not want Joey Cass in this game.
Yeah,
Williams
definitely.
can't get it to go as Kardashian comes up with a rebound, so there's an opportunity for Ohio State to go inside, and there it is. There's the foul as Julius Jordan gets fouled by Matt Phillips, so he'll go to the line and shoot 2 with Cass ready to come in. My guess is Jordan will come out, but I don't know that definitively.
Yeah, it's been exciting to watch fourth quarter.
They're going to take Kardashian out, so that's an interesting play there. So for Michigan State, as Jordan missed that free throw, I'd say for Michigan State, Nicholas Williams has really eaten Patrick alive. So we'll see how that plays out, or who's guarding who here. But
yeah, that's the guy that Michigan State wants to get it to.
Yeah.
46 seconds to go.
Yeah, Michigan State going to call timeout. Ohio State up by 1. What a phenomenal battle game here by Sparty on their home court. Ohio State has played well. I wouldn't say they've played their best ball, but they've played well.
Yeah, I've really liked how each of these teams' defenses have stepped up in a big way.
See how that plays out with 46 seconds left to get into Climate Vicious. Now over to Williams. Williams goes up, and there's Cass, which is what I expected to see. So a chance for Ohio State to pull this one out. They're going to get it into Cass, who goes in uncontested as the C's just part there. It's a 3-point Ohio State lead with 36 seconds left to go. Each team with 1 timeout. Williams is going to bring it up here. So Michigan State doesn't necessarily need a 3 here, but I wouldn't mind it if a 3 happened here. Williams gets a step, drives, lane. Oh, he gets stuffed by the rim, and Holbrook forced the foul. Wow.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to have a monster slam, but
Williams
just not able to get it to go.
I mean, I think he was challenged a little bit at the rim there, Mitch.
Ohio State has a chance to bring this a 5-point game, which would be big.
Why are we watching sneakers with the free throw going on as he hits? Okay, thank you, 2K, for that sneaker look. So a 4-point game, that could be the dagger right there as they now trail by 5. They're going to probably call timeout and advance it to the front court. Big fourth quarter comeback from the Buckeyes. What a game, Michigan State. I cannot believe Williams missed that dunk. If I wasn't afraid of this game crashing, sometimes I'd go back and review that just to watch to see if he was challenged at the rim. It looked like he was.
Yeah, if you're Michigan State, you expect them to get it to Williams.
Williams drives, pull-up jumper from the free throw line. That's good. So cuts it back to 3. Ohio State now going to call a timeout. I'm not sure why. I would have tried to inbound it, but they'll advance it to the front court. Crowd has definitely quieted down here after that Williams miss. I think took a little air out of the arena. Michigan State trying to energize their crowd here, but they're going to have to foul. And Julius Jordan, who's missed 2 free throws, is probably the guy to foul, and they do. So big free throws here from Jordan with 17.7 to go. Free throw up and good, so that puts it back to 4 and 5. So Michigan State needs a 3. They need a quick 3, really, really quick. Cannot waste any time. Williams thought about a 3. Now they go to Phillips on the other side. No good. That should do it as Cass is going to get fouled. Oh, they're going to call Cass on the loose ball foul, so it gives an upper opportunity to Michigan State. You need a 3 right at. Ooh, why did they throw it all the way down there? I was just like, ref. All right, so chance here for Michigan State. They need a quick 3. They're going to give it to Coffin. No, they're going to go to Williams. Williams fires up the 3. No good, and that will do it. Ohio State comes roaring back. 3.6 is semantics at this point, as they're going to inbound the ball here. They're not even going to guard Bolt, and he can just run this clock out. So what a game. Iowa State remains undefeated. Guts it out in the fourth quarter, gets their first lead of the game, and only wins this one by 5, 80-75. What a game, Mitch.
Yeah, this game has been crazy, and I feel like a big point for Michigan State, despite them losing, I feel like they could still possibly go up in the rankings because they've played very well against a #1 seed team. This could help them for March Madness seedings.
Yeah, for sure. What a phenomenal game by Michigan State. Led almost the entire way until the fourth, when Ohio State was able to come back. I mean, Michigan State just played solid. We took a look at the turnovers. For me, 10 points over 7 turnovers is a solid job by Michigan State defensively. They played really, really well. It's the bench that let them down, as they gave up 41 bench points to Ohio State. Not surprising. Ohio State's bench was like their starting unit in this one. The one thing for me that stands out is Michigan State's inability to get to the free throw line. Only 3 free throws in this game. I don't know if that's a credit to Ohio State's defense or if that's a credit to, or if that's a negative to throw Michigan State's way. Is that I feel like they didn't get to the rim as much, or maybe they just weren't challenged at the rim as much. I mean, they did make some really good, smart plays dishing off in the paint. So, anything here stand out for you though, Mitch?
I'd say bench points is the main thing that sticks out to me. Also, Ohio State with 21 fast break points.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think those are some good call outs. Great fourth quarter comeback by Ohio State. Let's take a look at the box score. Queen Hardaway was a human highlight reel in that game. Scored 14 points, 7 of 10 off the bench. Julius Jordan 12, 6, and 4. He missed a couple of critical free throws that kept this game close. Probably maybe wouldn't have been if that was the case, but those free throws by him, certainly wish he would have those back. Joey Cass 11-2, 2-0-2. Skybolt, a lot of double digits here. Good job. I think how many players in double digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 players. As Olden Gray goes 10-2, 3-1. Justice Love 7-0-2. Kanye Kardashian 6-9. Dime Hardaway 6-2-2. Jalen Harm 3-2-1. Carl Patrick had a rough game, 1-2-3, as far as that's concerned. So Queen Hardaway, though, is certainly the highlight reason and the big reason why Ohio State was in this game. Nick Williams, what a phenomenal game. I know he shot the ball 22 times. It didn't feel like he went 10 of 22, Mitch, but he played well the entire game.
Yeah, he did. Also, Cawthon going for 8 was not only 14 points, but also 6 assists.
Yeah.
I felt like one of the reasons, though, why Michigan State lost is because most of his points, I'm pretty sure he had either 8 or 10 points, I believe, from the first half. He didn't step it up as much as he did in the first half.
Yeah, there was more plays by Phillips and Williams in that second half. So you're spot on that one. 7 dimes for Matt Phillips with his 12 points, responsible for 26. Buzz Schwinghammer 7-2 with 2 blocks. Klamovich 6-5, 1-1. The defense for Michigan State really showed out. You can see that with some of the steals and the blocks in this game. Langham 4-6, 1-2. DeAndre Williams 4-0-1. Terrence Weary 3-0-3. Connor Holbrook did have those 2 blocks. He was 1 of 1 from the field with 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And even Jalen Alexander had a bucket in this game. But if you look at the stats across the board, good game by Sparty. I think they would have loved to have had maybe one other player who could have contributed in that game a little bit more than they had. So solid game by them. They win this one 80-75. Coming up momentarily, Illinois versus Iowa, a 9-6 battle in Iowa. So you guys are going to want to come back for that. We will be back literally in 2 minutes. For Mitch, we'll be right back. CSBA out.